In this video, I'm going to show you how to use MailChimp to automatically send out your blog posts on a monthly or weekly basis using its RSS feed. You don't even need to know what an RSS feed is in order to do this. I'll just show you exactly what you need to do. So first you need a MailChimp account. So I have logged into my MailChimp account, and you can see I'm in the dashboard here. I also have my blog open so that you can see what we're going to do here. So I'll just click on this blog post because this was the most recent one. It's the one that will show in the preview. So this is my blog post. You can see I've got an image here, some content, some learn more buttons, that kind of thing. In my MailChimp dashboard, I'm going to go to campaigns. And I have set up a campaign already called Antenna Learning Lab Automated Blog Updates. And you can see that it's an ongoing RSS campaign. So what you would do to create a new one, you'd do create campaign, and then you would create an email, automated, share blog updates, call it whatever you want, select the list you want it to go to, Antenna Social Updates, click begin, and this is where you enter the RSS feed URL. Now if you have a WordPress website and a WordPress blog, all you need to do is enter the link to your blog. So I'll just click on my blog, see antennasocial.ca blog, and I'll enter it there. And do I want to send it every day, every week, or every month? So I'm going to say every month because I only post monthly. I can change my time zone settings in my settings. Right now it's set to Newfoundland time because I used to live in Newfoundland. Now I'm living in BC, so I should probably update that. But I'll just say, okay, let's send it at 2 p.m. Newfoundland time. I want to select resize RSS feed images to fit the template because otherwise you might end up with some really gigantic images. And then when you click next, it's going to authenticate this RSS feed, and it works out great. So if you're not using WordPress, you may have a different link that you need to put in there for your RSS. I'm only going to talk about WordPress today. If you have any troubles, feel free to reach out and I can certainly help you out. Now I have to choose which list I want to, or which part of my list I want to send it out to. The entire list, or do I have a segment or a group or a segment? So this goes to show that you could be sending out your blog post to a specific segment who've only subscribed for blog updates if you do multiple updates, something like that. So it's up to you how you want to send things out. I'm just going to send it to my entire list. It's a very small list right now. I haven't been building it or anything, just using it as an example. And then I'll click next. It's really good at walking you through things. So the campaign name no one will see. That's only for yourself. So you can name it whatever you want. The email subject is what's going to show up in the subject line when a person receives your email. So it autofills it with posts from, and then it does these merge tags. But you can tell just by RSS feed title, what do you think that's filling in? It's putting in the title of your blog. RSS feed date is putting in the date of your blog. So you can actually use a whole bunch of different merge tags here. Or you can just write updates from Antenna. Okay, and so you can fill out the email subject like we just did. There's preview text. This is, as it says here, the snippet that will appear in the inbox just after your subject line. So you can type in a few things here to give people an idea of what to expect. Like these are our latest blog posts. Whatever it makes sense for what you're sending out. You'll want to make sure your name is clear and easily understood so that subscribers understand who it's coming from, that you have a return email address. Basically follow all the things here. I often just leave the default check marks. You can certainly read through and add all these tracking possibilities, social media. I like to keep the social media separate because I don't want my email newsletter sent out. What I'll do is post my blog post on social media separately, but that's up to you. You could actually have this newsletter automatically post to Twitter and Facebook as well. And this is nice, actually, auto convert video. That's always a good idea. So that will scan your content for embedded videos and make sure that they're rendered properly. So then you click next. So you just follow through the wizard the way it is. I like to create a custom layout. I like the one column full width template because it's great on mobile. It works perfect on mobile and it's very simple. So this is what I usually go with, unless you have a lot of other content that you want to include in every single email send out, but we'll keep it simple. So at this point, I'm going to actually exit this and show you my existing email setup. So I'm going to just simply exit this. I'm going to delete that. Oops, delete. Okay, so let's look at the real one. So I'm going to click on the one that I have done. It shows me the ones that I've sent out and gives me the stats and all that sort of thing. But what I want to do is pause and edit the campaign so I can show you what my campaign looks like. And I'm going to skip right ahead to where we were. So we were at the design part of the wizard. So here we are. I had chosen the template that was full width, one page. I've included a banner here that will be the same every single time. So I might actually change this branding at some point, but right now this is what's being sent out in all of my campaigns. And then we use merge tags. So I put in a custom little starter text, a little hello. So hello, I use the merge tag first name here. And how you find merge tags is this. I'm going to delete that and I'm going to click on this little button called merge tags, and I can choose all kinds of things from here. So what I want is just the first name. So I click that and it automatically puts it in. And you can actually change the styles, like the font color, the size, bold, debold, all that kind of stuff here, and it will reflect on your actual email. So make any formatting changes you want. This little message, I hope you're having a great day. Here's our latest tip for you from our blog. That will show up on every single automated post because where it's automated, I'm not changing it every single time. So you have to write something that's rather generic so that it just shows up every time your blog post gets published. And how your blog post shows up in the email is through these blog post merge tags. So this might not make a lot of sense to you, might look like a lot of gibberish, but you can I'll copy and paste this into the description of this video so you can copy and paste it as well. But there's also, oops, I've got caps on, MailChimp RSS merge tags. There's a whole page in the MailChimp help that will tell you exactly what the merge tag is and what it does. So you can go through and actually use the tags based on the description that they give you. So if there's something that you want to show that I'm not doing, that I'm doing differently, you can always go in and edit it yourself. What my blog post shows is actually the full blog post. So RSSITEMS just sort of opens it up to say, hey, we're going to post some RSS stuff here. RSS meaning the blog feed. Then I have the RSS item title, which would mean the blog title. And then it has content full here. So I want to display the entire blog post in this newsletter. Some people might only want to show an excerpt where people have to click through, your users will have to click through to your website to get the full blog. There's good reason to do that. You want to drive traffic to your website. In my case, I want people to actually click through on the links that are in the blog post. That's more important to me. So I want to put the full blog post because there's a lot of different links in there. There's also an option to read in browser. You want to keep that in, or you want to add that in, because that allows people to actually see the full content, because some web mail or some email apps won't display all the content. They won't display images or videos or things like that, but they would be getting that from all the newsletters they're subscribed to, so they'd be used to that. So they would click on the read in browser, because the browser will actually display the full thing. And then I also have a recent articles listed at the bottom, so that if people missed the last email newsletter or deleted it or something, and then they get an idea of what the most previous posts are. So if you want to see how this is actually going to look, there's a button up here called Preview and Test. You can send a test email. You can do all these different things. I like clicking on the Enter Preview mode. It takes a minute to render it. And then you have a choice between switching between desktop, mobile, and inbox. And then you can see how it's actually going to look. Here's my little hello so-and-so, I hope you're having a great day. Here's from our blog. And this is my full blog post. Now in this case, I made a little faux pas in that it's the same image in my banner that I used in the graphic on my blog post. So it's repetitive. So there's a little tip, don't do that. Make sure that whatever's in your blog post looks a little different than what's in your email. But otherwise, everything is here exactly how it is on my blog post. The only thing that isn't rendering exactly the same are the buttons. So if I click on my blog post, you can see I have these nice red Learn More buttons, but they're just showing up as links here. So not everything is going to display 100%. There's the Read in Browser button, but that also is always at the top of your newsletter. And there's also I've listed my most recent 5 blog posts here. So people can always click on it and it goes directly to that blog post. So that is how to do that in a nutshell. And if you want to get out of preview, you click your X button and you can go back and keep updating your email. And I have my social icons in here so you can edit those yourself. And then this is all the basic stuff you need to have in the bottom of your email, so I typically leave that as is. I just make sure that it's correct, and if it's incorrect, you go into your settings to update things like addresses and whatnot. So there you go. That is using MailChimp to send an automatic update for your blog. Oh, the last step, of course, is to confirm. So I haven't made any changes, so I'll just show you how this works. I click Next, it goes to my confirm page saying all these things are done. I've decided not to set up social cards, but everything else is good. So then you click Start RSS and then Start Campaign. So then it tells me that, great, next email will go out Tuesday, July 17th. So I need to post a blog post before then if I want it to go out at that time. And that is it.